Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The air inside the banquet hall felt thick, perfumed with expensive cologne, fake smiles, and the sound of glasses clinking too loudly. I stood near the edge of the crowd, watching her glide through the sea of people like she belonged there. My wife, Alina, beautiful, confident, radiant, and holding someone else's arm. The man beside her, tall, neatly dressed, with an easy smile, was introduced as a coworker. I'd heard his name before, a dozen times in passing, the way she mentioned office gossip. Daniel. But when his eyes met mine across the room, something broke. His face drained of color, his confident grin faltered, and in that split second, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know yet what, but I could feel it like a chill in my bones. The event was supposed to celebrate the launch of my company's new software division. A big night, the kind where investors, partners, and tech reporters gathered to shake hands and talk numbers. I hadn't told Alina who the CEO was. I wanted to surprise her, to see the pride on her face when she realized the man behind the company's success was her husband. Instead, she walked in on Daniel's arm, laughing like she was on a date. "Ethan," she said when she spotted me. "You didn't tell me you'd be here." "I could say the same," I replied, keeping my voice even, though my pulse was hammering against my ribs. She glanced nervously at Daniel, who shifted beside her, fidgeting with his glass. "This is Daniel, my colleague. He's the one who helped me with that big pitch last month." Daniel gave a stiff nod. "Pleasure to meet you, sir." The word hung between us like a secret neither of them wanted spoken. Through the night I kept my distance, observing. The little things gave them away. The way his hand brushed her back when they thought no one noticed. The shared smiles. The quick, silent exchanges that carried more weight than words ever could. My stomach twisted as I realized the truth wasn't just suspicion. It was certainty forming in slow, merciless layers. I excused myself and walked out to the balcony for air. The city lights glittered below, cold and indifferent. I tried to calm the tremor in my hands. For months there had been signs, her late nights at the office, her distracted laughter, the way she guarded her phone like it contained her soul. I told myself it was stress, that she was building her career, that I was overthinking things. But denial is a quiet drug. Keeps you numb until reality slaps you across the face. When I turned back toward the glass doors, I saw them, through the reflection, leaning too close. Her hand rested on his arm. His head bent toward her. My vision blurred. The laughter and music around me became background noise, replaced by the roaring in my ears. I walked back inside straight toward them. "Daniel," I said smoothly, "why don't you join me for a quick chat?" He froze, eyes darting to Alina. She looked pale now, like she could feel the walls closing in. We stepped into the adjacent conference room, silent except for the low hum of the air conditioner. "I think you already know who I am," I began. He nodded slowly. I didn't realize." "You didn't realize you were sleeping with the CEO's wife?" His face crumpled. "It wasn't like that at first. Save it," I said, voice low, controlled but shaking. "How long?" He hesitated, and that hesitation was answer enough. 3 months, he finally whispered. 3 months. 90 days of lies shared between them while I planned a future built on faith. I turned away before I could do something I'd regret. My reflection in the window looked like a stranger's. Calm, composed, but hollow. "You should leave," I said. Quietly. "Tonight. And don't come back to the company." He opened his mouth to protest, but something in my eyes stopped him. He left without another word. When I returned to the main hall, Alina was waiting near the exit, trembling. "Ethan, please let me explain." "Explain what?" I asked softly. "That you brought your affair to my event. That he didn't even know I was your husband until tonight." Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't plan for it to happen. Felt unseen. You were always working, always building something." He just listened. Her words sliced through me. For a moment I almost believed her. Almost. I'd been so consumed with building our future that I hadn't noticed she'd already abandoned it. "I built everything to make us happy," I said, voice breaking. "The company, the house, the life. But you wanted attention. And now you've got it." She reached for my arm, but I stepped back. "I'm done, Alina." The words came out steady this time. Too steady. That night, after everyone had gone, I stood alone in the empty hall. The echo of laughter had faded, replaced by the soft hum of silence. I looked at the stage lights, the banners with my company's logo, and thought about what success really meant. It wasn't wealth, or power, or admiration. It was peace. And I'd lost mine long ago. I took off my wedding ring and set it on the nearest table. It caught the light for a moment before settling into shadow. In that small, quiet act, I felt something shift inside me, a mix of grief and relief, like breaking free from a cage I'd built myself. The next morning, I received an email from Daniel. One line. "Sorry." She told me she was divorced. I stared at the screen for a long time, a bitter laugh escaping my throat. Maybe that was her final betrayal. Not the affair, but the story she told to make it feel justified. And just like that, everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and truth unraveled completely. Because sometimes betrayal doesn't destroy you all at once. Sometimes it just quietly replaces everything you believe with nothing at all.